I'm going to treat you as if I treat my West Point cadets when I speak to them, when I talk on CNBC or Fox. We're going to be equals tonight. I'm not coming to you as what people call a leader or a success. I'm coming to you as a Syracuse University arts and science graduate who had dyslexia as a kid and other learning problems. I'm coming here to tell you that everybody can be a leader. Everybody can be successful. And a leader and success has nothing and will never have anything to do with how much money you make, what car you drive, and what kind of clothes you wear. The true leaders that I've seen in my life are those that people look up to in times of trouble, in times of stress, and in times of happiness. Do not underestimate the power that you have with some freshman that's walking into the room for the first time and looking up to you. You can change somebody's life. You can bring your values, your good values, if you are connected to the people that you're with and you talk to them and you look at them in the eye. You will get ahead in business because your boss will say, hey, this kid knows something. This kid's got it. This kid's on the ball. It's not that you're that much smarter than everybody else. You're paying attention. Realize there are no shortcuts. If you find a shortcut, I will guarantee you it is wrong. There's a difference between a shortcut and doing things correctly and efficiently. Time-life moments. We all have them. A time-life moment is a moment where any direction in your life history can change, for the better or for the worse. I remember this great morning. It was gorgeous outside, so I go upstairs, I go sit in my office, I start talking to somebody. First plane hits. I had 8 people that I didn't meet for breakfast, 12 people that worked for my company that were up in a meeting that day. And I found out a lot about leadership on September 11th. It was very interesting. First of all, when the second plane hit, we started evacuating the building. But I made sure that I was the last person out of my office. But then what happened was we got a call from Washington, D.C. saying world oil markets were going crazy. You guys got to get up, and you got to get up as soon as possible. So the chairman, this guy Vinny Viola, who was a colonel and a Colonel Army Ranger in his past, brought the Nets back to Brooklyn, one of the most successful traders in the world. Kid from Brooklyn, started out with nothing. He called an emergency board meeting. It was time to make sure that he led. I didn't have to take my ego, talk about check your ego at the door. It wasn't about my ego trying to bump up against his. This guy knew what he was doing. He was more efficient than I was. He understood. And I sat back and I said, this is a time for me to learn from the best. Being right all the time is overrated. Nobody is right all the time. If you are wrong, it's okay. Accept it and move on. Any good businessman will take a chaos situation and find something good out of it. Try to do that. Football games are controlled chaos. The good quarterbacks can find opportunity within that chaos. Get a group of confidants that you can talk things out. Your own opinion all the time is not a good thing because most of the time you will not look at yourself in the mirror and go, well, I'm wrong. Have people at your round table that are strong enough to be able to say to you, you're wrong, you're out of your mind. What the hell are you thinking? Always stay connected, even as a boss. When my staff used to have to come in when there were exchange problems and the back office staff came in, and I was the front guy. I didn't know anything about the back office. I brought them breakfast. I sat there. I read newspapers. They said, what are you doing here? I said, if you're here, I'm here.